brass band, and to all of you. I love the energy so far. A very good morning to you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Thank you very much. My very affable, honorable Fatimatu Abubakar, Minister for Information, the Honorable Daniel Nikwatai Titus Glover, Greater Accra Regional Minister, Honorable Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, Minister for Finance, will join us shortly. Nime Name, Honorable MCs of the various MMDAs of the Greater Accra region, Chief Directors, Coordinating Directors, Heads of institutions, very, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning once again. To enhance governance and accountability. So on this note, you will agree with me that we have to acknowledge God who has been our sustenance so far. And so, without much ado, please help me welcome Reverend Emmanuel Kranting to lead us in a short prayer. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Hallelujah. Please, shall we be in a mood of prayer as we pray? If you can bow down your heads. Gracious and everlasting Father, this morning we thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for the grace that has gathered us here this morning. We thank you for the opportunity given to us to serve our country. We couldn't have come this far if it is not for your grace. We thank you. This morning we commit the gathering here into your hands. We pray that let the function that we are about to carry here, let its intent be met in the name of Jesus. We ask that as we open this meeting and across the nation, we pray that let it bring to us more insight into the development and the growth of our nation. We thank you that even as we are starting, you have successfully brought us to an end, and we are giving you all the glory. This and many others we ask in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Kranting. Having acknowledged God and given him as I said earlier, this platform is to bring accountability to the people of Ghana, for you to know what progress government is making in the area of development, infrastructure development, and radio. Movement Radio, Kesman FM, ABC News, City FM, Channel 1 TV, Angel TV, GH1 TV, Kingdom FM, and on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. So please, you can follow us. All of you following us virtually, you are also warmly welcome, and at appropriate time, you will be given the opportunity to participate. Having said that, having prayed to God, having acknowledged our dear country Ghana, it is again my singular honor to invite here Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar, Minister for Information, to give us a welcome address. Please give her a bigger round of applause. Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar.
Graduates, government has done with the mandate. Over the period, the Ministry of Information has deployed various mechanisms to engage the citizens. There's been times we've had to resort to mass media campaigns through documentary productions and distributions. We also come to you at the comfort of your homes on various TV stations, either on one-on-one interviews or panel discussions. We have also used very well the various social media platforms that we have created for the ministry, which has a following collectively of over 2 million people. It has gotten to this time that we believe after 7.5 years of the mandate given to the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the Vice President of the Republic, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it is now important that beyond the discussions, we bring you the updates, real-time updates as to the various projects that we've done in the municipalities and in the districts. This is the reason why, for us at the Ministry of Information, we deemed it very important that we collaborate with our key stakeholders and go to the various regional capitals and show what government has achieved over the period. So today, if we are gathered here at Townhall in Accra, this is our story of progress. This is Greater Accra in focus. And I'm excited that you've come along with us to see for yourself and also to listen to the honorable ministers, what they have done at their respective ministries for Greater Accra. For the purpose of today's engagement or town hall meeting, we have the program in two parts. This is the first part, which is meant to start at 10 a.m. and end at 12 noon, where we will have two presentations, a 30-minute presentation from the Greater Accra Regional Minister on the developments in the region with focus on infrastructural projects. Respective MMDCs are around. They will assist you, answer all your questions. Beyond that, we hope that this town hall meeting will extend beyond today. The materials that we have produced for the exhibitions will be sent to the various assemblies for them to set up a week-long or month-long exhibition in front of their assemblies, so that when their guests walk through their doors, they will see what our hard-working MMDCs have done in their respective space. After here, we will move to other regions. It's our intention that from now to 12 November 2024, we will go to every regional capital in the country, have conversations with the people in the languages that they understand.
At the appropriate time, we'll introduce to you other dignitaries that are present here. Once again, welcome. Feel relaxed. Clear your ears to listen to the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Honorable Mohammed Amin Adam is now entering. The regional chairman for Greater Accra, my brother Divan Otu Agohum. The deputy general secretary of our party, Dr. Antoinette Tibudaku. Nime Kename. My chief executives from the various metro, municipal and district assemblies, students, friends of the media, communicators of our party, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Can we set the ball rolling? The technical people. We are not getting the signal. Please give us some few minutes.
The brass band will give us an interlude. So brass band, please give us an interlude. Thank you.
you. Thank you. On behalf of my team at the Regional Coordinating Council, I have the privilege and honor to present the Greater Accra Region edition of the Townhall meeting. The theme is Regional Revitalization, Government's Commitment to Growth, Development, and Prosperity. In this presentation, there is an outline. I give an introduction, a brief profile of our region, our vision, and our mission statements. Then we'll look at our achievements and success stories. Then I conclude. By the central region, the north is the eastern region, and the east is the Volta region. In terms of land size, it covers 3,245 square kilometers, and is about 1.36 of the total land size of the country. Even though we are small in size, but we have the numbers. The 2021 population and housing census, Greater Accra had 5,446,327 people. The growth rate in Accra, 4 districts, that is Ningo Prampram, Dangbe West, Dangbe East, and Shao Sudoku. The rest of the 23 are municipal assemblies. That is Accra Metropolitan, Tema Metropolitan, and all of that. I've already discussed about the map of the region. Right at the south is Atlantic Ocean. On our west is the central region. On our north, eastern region, and our east is the Volta region, the Greater Accra region. One is the Nungwa traditional area. That tradition. You go to Lekma Road. I remember when I was in the 7th Parliament, my colleague and brother, Honorable Dr. Koboy, have to put in a lot of efforts to make sure that road is fixed. And those of you who are coming from Lejokuku, you know what I'm talking about. Right away from the junction from the Accra Teshin Road to hit to Splinters Road, that road has also been fixed. Now, when you look at the Tema Beach Road, all the way from Tema, then to the Nungwa barrier, where the interchange is ongoing, the Obachabilamte interchange, it's also progressing steadily and is all going to contribute to ease traffic congestion on that stretch in the region. We have an asphalt overlay in La Nkwantana Medina, Ayawaso, Adentang, and Ablekuma. Akweteman Road, asphalted. Otano School Junction. Roman Reach, Soutum, and the Spinters Road interchange development. Under sports, I remember in President Kufuor's time, the University of Ghana Sports Complex was started. Employable skills in both in Medina and Ashaiman are all testament for us to see. Under judicial infrastructure, when you go to Soutrum, we have a district court. Achimota, we have a circuit court. You come to Achimota, we have a magistrate court. Temakom to 1, we have one there. The North District, there is one district court. And the AG complex, now called the Law Complex, is a big edifice that the Ministry of Justice and Attorney General are now using the place. Under 1D1F, the Navina Cartel Garments Limited at Tesano, Jopanya Mango Juice Factory. My discussion with the Minister for Transport on Friday evening told me that he will seek the audience of His Excellency the President for a date in September that we can go and commission it. Today, when you go to Jamestown Fishing Harbour, apart from where the canoes can berth, there's a coastal, there's an ice plant, there is a clinic, there is a day nursery, there's a fish market, there's a net maiden wharf. I mean, modern activity that goes on in a fishing harbour. This is unprecedented. It tells you that we have seen the work that the fishermen are doing from the western region all the way to the Volta region. And we've done a lot of landing sites, whether Moure, Winneba, Mumford, Axim, Discove. There's a lot that is lotted out along the Atlantic that we want to make fishing so convenient and easy for our fishermen in this country. The Dansomam Sea Defense has been the National Council, and they told me that government need to look at Tema because it is also eating deep into that part. And I can assure you that government will do something seriously. Behind me is the Exchequer, so I'm going to hold his tail and to make sure he supports us to make sure Tema is safe. We have a new head office of local government service. Hitherto, they were in a very small accommodation. When you drive from the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection towards the National Theatre, on your right, promote peace and inclusiveness in our society, in the region. To want to make the streets attractive, the roads make visible, and to promote safety and convenience for our people in the region. And also to prevent illegal and social activities in the region. So when you go to Okanko North Municipal Assembly, they have a magistrate court. You come to Okanko North Municipal Assembly, they have a district court. You come to Ganorth, they have a district court. Ganorth again, they have a fire service station. You come to my backyard in Tamamahia, we have a police station, modern police station. The police station that was there was in the Gimpa. They will make a turn towards Fiesta Royal. We'll look at Tema and few places, High Street. We are doing it on pilot. And we only give them a space to advertise. Criminals don't like lighting. So we'll chase them with the lights and make sure that they can be apprehended. In Ayawaso Central Municipal Assembly and Ablekuma North, there are a couple of street lights that have been fixed. You're also seeing the office of the head of local government service. That is also there. Very beautiful that you are seeing. And education. Nobody can tell me in this room that under His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo and Haraji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, we haven't done much. When you look about infrastructure, there are people who were doubting us. They said we can't do it. I will prove them wrong that it is possible. Today, when you look at projects that government has done across the country, the STEM projects, Pasingpe, Awaso, and other places, it tells you that our money is being put in good use. So let nobody deceive us. So the essence of this meeting basically is to improve the quality of teaching and learning through the construction of classrooms, upgrading of school facilities to support teaching and learning, improve management of education service delivery, and expand opportunities for those who are disadvantaged, and promote inclusiveness in our schools, and also integrate technology to enhance teaching and learning administration. So when we go to and send to the school at a time. But today, my mayor and our candidates for Temais has built a modern day nursery for the school. That is what you are seeing there. In site 10, site 7. And I thank you very much for what you have done. All the same, when we go to the outside, the exhibition stands, you will see all these schools line up from day nursery to primary school and to junior high school educational complex. They've also provided some furnitures, dual decks. And very soon, there's a order has been given to supply a number of decks to be given to schools in the region. And very soon, schools in your respective assemblies will be receiving decks from the regional coordinator. So, West Municipality is the University of Ghana Sports Complex. You go to Po Municipal Assembly, a newly constructed Borteman Complex. Ayawaso Central, Wejakbawe, and a host of them. When you go to the exhibition stand, they are all there. And environmental sanitation, waste management, there's a lot that we have done. Some public toilets have been fixed. We've been doing some drains, doing some cleaning in the region. Recently, we started from Accra metropolitan area. We came to Korle Klote. Last week, we were at Lada de Kotopo, Ayawaso West Wagon, and Ayawaso East, which very soon will be touching in your respective. Saturday, I was in Adansa for 2, and I was shocked to my bone that they have a total of 32 projects. 32 projects under Nanado Dankwa Kufado and Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. And Doe was talking about polytank. 32. And there was a brochure to show. So I've asked the MCE, the DCE, to go and take pictures of all the areas that she mentioned. Because the people were telling her most of them were not true. Yes. So go there and take pictures of all the places that she mentioned. Go and take and let's share. Empirical evidence. So at this juncture, I want to take opportunity to say a big thank you to the Minister for Information, Nimek and Name, all distinguished invited guests, my regional chairman, and everybody here present at Greater Accra. We have got a fair share of what government is doing. But as Oliver Twist will continue to ask for more. I will now pause, take my seat, and if there's any questions or any feedback, or the moderator will direct it as to what we want to do. Thank you very much. Madam.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Please give him another round of applause. A very big one indeed. I signaled him and he didn't even show anything to let me know that he had acknowledged, but I really thank him that he followed my cue. Thank you very much once again. I'd like to, before we invite the minister.
Can you now see me?
we are importing. And where are the exports coming from? From our industry. Don't forget that we have been implementing 1D, 1F programs. One district, one factory initiative. We have brought in more factories, and these factories are producing, and as a result of that, we are exporting more than we are importing. We've moved from the deficits that we recorded in 2015, in 2016, to now surpluses. And this year alone, January to June, we have already recorded a surplus of $1.8 billion. So if somebody says that growth is increasing, the economy is growing, you don't only look at it from the figure attributed to the real GDP growth. Look at the factors that contribute to growth, and you will see them all moving along the same trajectory. The last thing I will say on the macro performance is our debt levels. Debt levels. People are saying that we have borrowed too much. We have borrowed too much. But I think it's important we understand that the debt profile of government that we complained so much about was when we had a debt to GDP of 72%. 72%. And if you add the debts of other SOEs, it took us to above 80%. In the past, the debt of the SOEs were not part of the debt profile. 118%. And so, ladies and gentlemen, on the macroeconomic front, you all can attest to the efforts the government has made. And so if we say we have come around, then we really mean it. We are not deceiving the people of Ghana. A lot has been done, and the economy has really turned around. And we are going to even do better and better and better in the years ahead. Now let me brief you, update you on the debt restructuring, which is one of the major achievements this government has made. We decided to restructure our debts because it was one of the requirements by the IMF. We started with the domestic debt exchange program. The domestic debt exchange program was a very successful program, achieving 95% participation. And on this note, I would like to appeal to the people of Ghana to forgive us. To forgive us. It is never the intention of any government to impose hardships on its people. More so, the MPP government. The support you gave us, the people of Ghana, during the DDEP has contributed largely to the recovery our economy is seeing today. And this is why I want to appeal to you to forgive us. But also to thank you, the people of Ghana. To thank you on behalf of the president for the sacrifices, for the efforts that you all have made in participating in the domestic debt exchange program that saved our economy. And so I thank you very much for that support you gave to the government. But we also negotiated our debts with our external creditors. It wasn't only domestic debt, but also our external debts. First, with our official bilateral creditors. The official bilateral creditors are the countries that we owe: Germany, United States of America, United Kingdom. And the total debt involved was $5.1 billion. $5.1 billion. We negotiated with them and we achieved a debt service relief of 2.8 billion United States dollars. What does that mean? From 2023 to 2026, the debts were cancelled from the 13.1 billion. That alone reduced our debt to about 9 billion. That is what we have negotiated on behalf of the people of Ghana. In addition to cancelling 4.7 billion, they've also given us a debt service relief similar to what our official bilateral creditors gave us. This time, they gave us $4.4 billion. The bilaterals gave us $2.8 billion in debt service relief. The Euro bondholders gave us $4.4 billion that we would have paid. We will not pay between 2023 and 2026. We will pay that later. So these negotiations we have, once we start, us who actually in our history has reduced electricity prices, electricity bills. We have done it a number of times. But the cost is high because of the contracts we sign with the power producers. The contracts we signed with the power producers were exorbitant. The contracts we signed were very high cost contracts. And on top of that, the contracts had what we call take or pay clauses. Take or pay clauses means that once you sign the contract, whether they produce energy or they don't produce energy, you have to pay them. Those were the contracts. And so we signed so many contracts. So many contracts were signed. And these contractors, they were not producing because we didn't need the power. But we had to pay them. These are the reasons why electricity cost is high in Ghana. To the extent that electricity cost in Ghana was the highest in West Africa. It took us, the MPP government, to come and say, you cannot grow the economy with such high cost of power. And so we reduced electricity prices. First in 2017. We reduced it again in 2019. In fact, the average increase in electricity power compared with reduction is now, ladies and gentlemen, social interventions. I want to now touch on social interventions. And I said earlier that this government has determined, has demonstrated right from the beginning, 2017, that we wanted to reduce the burden on the people of Ghana. And so we accelerated the programs that were introduced by President Kufuor. The first one was school feeding program. School feeding program in 2016 covered 1.6 million children. School feeding program. This year, 2024, school feeding program now covers 4 million children. 4 million children. We've moved from 1.6 million children in 2016 to 4 million children today. So when people say, where are we spending the money? What are we doing with the money? Anybody who asks you that question, first of all tell him, we have moved school feeding program from a coverage of 1.6 million children to 4 million children. Number two, NHIS, National Health Insurance Scheme. What did we do? We have moved from under 9 million in 2016 to this year we are spending 6.5 billion Ghana cedis from 1.1 billion. That is where we are spending the money. If somebody asks you, where are they spending the money? We are spending the money in NHIS. LEAP, Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty. In 2016, the government spent 49 million Ghana cedis, LEAP, which is supporting our elderly, our grandfathers and grandmothers who we want to support, to bring them up so we can reduce their suffering. The government spent 49 million Ghana cedis. Last year, a lot has gone into this free senior high school program. And it's not just the spending, but even the enrollment. The enrollment. From 2017 to date, a total of 5.7 million Ghanaian children have benefited from the free senior high school program. The customers of the defunct Gold Coast, the Gold Coast Security or Black Shield, and the other fund managers, their funds got locked up, and it's important I explain this. Government does not have responsibility over the investment decisions of individuals. Government doesn't say, you've decided to invest your money here, it didn't come out the way you wanted, so government should come and take up the debt. Entire responsibility, because individuals also did not do due diligence before investing in the companies that they invested in. So let's meet each other halfway. And this is a government that is sensitive and that is determined to reduce the burden. So I'm going to conclude and take questions. But I want to conclude on growth. Growth. I talked about economic growth already, and I demonstrated to you how we have come along on the growth trajectory to our current performance. And so because of the performance, you can see it reflected also in the size of the GDP. The size of the GDP. The GDP is our gross domestic product, which is our total economy, total goods and services. GDP in 2013 was $64 billion. Nominal GDP, as the economists will call it, 64 billion US dollars. By 2016, it came down from $64 billion to $56 billion. 2013 to 2016. Last year, 2020, because they have seen the government doing roads, some roads, and they think that they also deserve to have their roads. If nothing was happening, I'm not sure anybody would even have the motivation to ask that their roads be done. But they have seen roads works happening. 78,000 kilometers to about 100,000 kilometers in road network that we've increased. Asphalt overlay. We have done, in terms of asphalt overlay, 2,000 kilometers. In terms of rehabilitation and maintenance, we've done 11,674 kilometers, in spite of the little resources that we have. And this year alone, from January to June, this government has already spent 10 billion Ghana cedis on roads alone. And you've heard of the ERIP. You've heard of ERIP. The road improvement program the president launched only last 2 weeks. ERIP. Last week, Wednesday, which is seeking to provide equipment, set of equipment, complete set of equipment to all the districts of Ghana. They will help. This is part of our spending on improving on the roads network in our country. And so roads are important because they contribute so much to growth. So we can have roads to tourist sites, we can have roads from the producers, from the producing areas to market centers. Food can come cheaper from the farm to the market. That is why we have to do the roads. And we are investing heavily in this area. Finally, we have some conditions of our people, and I thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you.
Thank you, Honorable Dr. Amin Adam. Please give him a bigger round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are gradually inching to the end of the program. We want to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Clement Ni Lamte Wilkinson, MCE for Ga West. Yes, thank you. Dr. Antoinette Timudako and Honorable Divine Otu Agohom, you are all welcome. We also acknowledge you and thank you for joining us. Brigadier General BZ Arogo, Commissioner Customs Division, thank you for joining us. We'll take some questions and answers. TV, Joy News, Metro TV, Asempa FM, Wuntumi TV, Net2 TV, Asasi Radio, Movement TV, ABC News, City FM, Channel 1 TV, Angel TV, GH1 TV, Kingdom FM, and also on the Facebook pages of the Ministry of Information and the Ministry of Finance, as well as on the X page, that's the former Twitter page of the Ministry of Finance. Before we get ourselves into the question and answer mode, I'd like to give opportunity, 2 minutes opportunity to the Kete cultural troupe from Achimota. They are going to give us 2 minutes cultural performance. And then okay, there's a change in arrangement. So okay, thank you. Please hold on. Kete, please hold on. For time's sake, we are going straight to question and answers. Now be minded that when we are done from here, we'll move to the exhibition site where we'll see in pictures the progress and of the projects we are talking about. So ushers, kindly help us with the microphones. Please come to the aisle. We'll give you the microphone. You ask your questions. We'll take the first round of 5 questions. The answers will come, and then the next 5 will follow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Hello. We are starting with the questions, but please be brief. 1 question per person, and go straight to the point, please. We are craving your indulgence. Your name, where you are coming from, and your question, please, so that we'll have as many of you asking questions as possible.
Now, if you put the two together, the NDC document is a good document. When I went through, I digested it. It's good document. Then I picked the MPP document. After digesting it, I gave MPP document very, very, very good. As against good document. Then came COVID.
Sir, could you please be brief? Your name, where you are coming from, and your question. Briefly, thank you.
Very well. My name is Prince Derek Ajay. I'm a former presidential staffer under President Mahama, a former deputy CEO of the Youth Enterprise Support under President Mahama, a former deputy CEO of the Youth Enterprise National Youth Authority under President Mills. I have seen a wonderful event today, but it sounds rather partisan. Whilst I would like to commend the organizers, I think this should be more of a roundtable like the earlier person said, and apology accepted from the finance minister. What he failed to tell us was that Fitch said you will lose the election. You should have added that. Now, to my substantive question. To my substantive question. I can see a lot of your colleagues begging me not to ask. Well, my question will go to the regional minister because this is a regional forum. Whilst all three ministers are my friends, I think you need to step up a little bit more because you have less than 4 months to pack out. So now my question. This has to do not with Russia, Ukraine, or COVID, but you cannot have a very serious dialogue in Accra without talking about the land issue of the Kweshi Lagoon. The estuary of the Kweshi Lagoon is being blocked. Accra lies below sea level. Accra lies below sea level. And if we are not careful, without appropriate action with sea defense, very soon Accra will be under the sea.
Hello, please, exercise patience. Please be rounding up on your questions. Thank you.
Hello. Derek, we said one question each. You've asked two.
No, is it? So it was land and the estuary of the Kweshi Lagoon.
It's true.
Tomorrow there's a press conference at the Kweshi Lagoon.
No
I'd
problem.
like to see.
You can go ahead.
To see Gabo there. Back. Thank you.
So please, yeah.
Please, excuse me.
Please, listen to her. Please.
Midi any Deborah Amwakum. Masem nyina ne se mama ha na nka me nim se MPP fo ye adwuma sei. Na mesrem panifo wona wonnim no wodoso ese wona wonim. Enti sanka ye benya station TV station bi na yetumi a cheche timamufo na enkofo bi da.
My name is Ahmed Usmanu Khalid, Imam Zakaria Gurgurwe from Nima. Once upon a time, my supervisor told me something, that information is only shared in a conclave when we don't want others to know, especially if the intention may be serious against the state. Maybe people want to do the opposite. I think this morning or this afternoon, let me say my brother Amin Anta has communicated. He has communicated because he didn't speak economics language, where, as the lady rightly said, that communication is key. And let me commend you for communicating with us. Now, two questions. Mr. Finance Minister, if my son continues to ask me, Daddy, once upon a time you told me that your government, I've not mentioned any government, he said my government has really found oil. We have oil. Daddy, why is it that always, when you go to the pump station or the pumping station to buy fuel, the price keeps on fluctuating? So you would like me to explain. It's the reason why I'm here, and likely the finance minister is here. Number two, to the regional minister. Regional minister, I think when you were mentioning the achievement of your region or government, you didn't mention some of the wonderful things that are happening in Ayawaso municipality. And coincidentally, I've not seen my MC here. So, Honourable Minister, as Derek Latton said, if you find time and also come to Ayawaso East, is my madam here? I'm saying East. Oh, she's around. Okay, that's fine. If she's here, I think if you should be given the platform to come and mention, because in Ayawaso East, we've seen a lot of wonderful things going on. Now, to my sister Fatima, who is the Minister for Information. Yes, I believe that we are in Greater Accra. and we can see the majority of our niece, namens, and our queen mothers here. I think in future, or when you transverse yourself to other regions, please let us find a way of getting the indigenous to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Our sister Deborah Mwaku, as I said, was say, Juma Yedi, say one baha, one them say, MPP are buying ya Juma soon say. That's a pa, anything I actually be say, as you know. Yagusu ya brother Wanara, but the Minister for Information Abano, a process, I do a work when one. Yabako Miami Bibre, Abode Rono, a diachet memo for say, Ampa, none are buying, and Dr. Banwa Bino, Yabe Bibre, and the way can Juma Yakoswa ye. Then to my schoolmate, where is my junior? Where is he? Where is Derek? Where is Prince Derek? Where is the Prisaka? Aha. It was my junior. The president gave an executive instrument to the lands minister to release part of your land at the time of Honorable Asumachirame, about 250 acres. When Honorable Jinapo assumed office, it reduced to 114. These are concerns from the youth of La when I met them to stop their demonstrations. So I told them, just cool down. We'll see what we'll do to address the problem. Sometimes dialogue is the key. It's not about the protestations on the street. When you protest, what do you achieve? You only want to raise the alarm for attention to be given to you. But this is your regional minister who want to listen. This is your regional minister who want to see the problem addressed. So please, work to me. We are brothers. And all see what we can all do collectively to solve the problem of Ghanalands. Yesterday, I went to present the president and the vice president on more food items to Tema Traditional Council. They will make sure we'll do what is right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So the first question to me was on the 1D1F factories. I actually said that the reason we are exporting more, one of the reasons is 1D, 1F. That was what I said. But that cannot be the only reason why we are exporting more than we are importing. And if you care, to date we have 169 fully functional factories that were established under 1D, 1F. 169 fully functional factories under 1D, 1F. And by the way, we know that fish is good at projecting, economic performance. Fish is not good at calling elections, isn't it? My friend from NDC said that fish is noted for accurately projecting indicators, economic indicators. But I don't know if it is now an election pollster calling elections. So, I don't know. But the other question was on petroleum prices. So for petroleum prices, yes, we produce oil in Ghana, but we do not refine our oil in Ghana. Because our refinery, the Tema Oil Refinery, we all know, has a very hub in Ghana, not just for our crude, but also for tolling purposes, refined for other countries around us. But apart from that, the prices change because you are importing, and therefore anytime the imported price changes, yours will also change because of the liberalization of petroleum prices. Government does no longer fix prices. Prices are based on the import parity prices. So if the international prices of crude oil increases or international prices of refined petroleum products increases, definitely ours will also follow. The second reason is what we call forex management, forex impact, the impact of the exchange rate. The impact of the exchange rate, which we suffer most, is usually what we call the forward rates. Because most of the bulk oil distributing companies, they want dollars. They sell their petroleum products in cedis, but they have to convert it into dollars to pay their foreign suppliers. And because of the difficulties with our cedi, when they are going to price it, they use forward rates. They try to project how the exchange rate will be, cedi to dollar, in 2 weeks' time. And that is what they use to price their products today. So if they project it to be higher in 2 weeks' time, and they use it to price their products today, you'll be paying at 2 weeks' price in forex equivalent. And that is why it is higher. So we have had to introduce the gold for oil to address that problem. By gold for oil, we use cedis to buy gold, and then we give it to refineries that want gold, or oil supplies that want gold, and then they give us the oil, so that you eliminate the forex impact. And when we did that, we saw the effect. We saw the effect almost immediately. Petroleum prices, if you remember, as of December last year, had risen to 21 cedis per liter. We introduced the gold for oil around February, and we saw the price come down.
Thank you so much. I noted 2 questions that were asked, one on language representation and another on enhancing engagement when it comes to government's programs and projects. On language representation, I believe you've noticed that recently, if we produce our documentaries like the one on DRIP, we do it in 7 languages and also have sign language on all of them. Ga, Ewe, Chi, English, Hausa, Dagbani, and Gonja. We are trying as much as possible to get more penetration when it comes to minority representation. You have seen something different today. It says a lot that we are listening to you and we are incorporating your feedback into our programs and projects. So after the Q&A session, when we move out, let us all make time, spend about 5 to 10 minutes to go to the exhibition stands and see the district or municipality specific interventions that government has done. There are instances that you realize that the assemblies had too many projects. All of them could not be fixed on the boards. So they had to select sector-specific priority projects that are impactful in the communities. But we take this in good faith.
My name is Nanapoku from Daily Searchlight. I have one specific question for the MCE for Ghana North and Ghana West. The roads from Pokuasi to Katapo, Mayura, Abensu and Co. are very, very, very deplorable. Very, very deplorable. It's very unmotorable. So with the government having given you the grip, when must we expect you to tackle those roads as soon as practicable? Because every morning when it rains and you board a car, before you get down, your attire is completely soiled. And it's very eyesore. So I want the MCE for Ghana West, Mr. Clement, and Ghana North, Mr. Simon, to tell us when they are going to tackle that road as soon as practicable. My second question goes to the Minister of Finance. There is an uproar about outstanding
through Lashivi Transformer Africa Angel Road. Meeting Shalom Sports, Susie Sports, that's 18 Road. Now, from the center, which is the taxi rank, Africa Angel is the Ashama Road, and you come to that center. It's a crossroad. This way going to Community 18 Road, that's Shalom Sports. Then the left going to, that's Community 16 Road, meeting the road at ICGC. Then the one going straight meets the road at Paradise Washing Bay. That road has never seen quota since time immemorial. Now, it's okay. Thank you very much.
Please, go straight to the point, please. We have overrun this program by more than 1 hour. We have a second part, so kindly do us the honors and go straight to the point. Just one question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. My name is Wilfred Aite Blankson, presiding member, Wejak Bawe. Wilfred Aite Blankson, Wilfred, presiding member, Wejak Bawe. My question goes to the Finance Minister. Honorable Minister, with your kind consideration and approval, when are you releasing the common fund to the Common Fund Secretariat for the assemblies to receive our share of the national cake to, continue with development within our municipalities and then our electoral areas? Thank you. I'm talking of second quarter and then third quarter because we are approaching December. So second quarter and third quarter. I know of first quarter is being released. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Honorable Ubo Henry, Assembly Member for Klago Electoral Area, Tema West. First of all, I want to salute the Finance Minister. I followed you in Tamale the year 2000 when you were doing your campaign, and I really like how you normally talk. Thank you very much that I've seen that you have risen up to this level. My issue is, I thank God that my Honorable Minister is from Tema. We those who are coming from Tema. Honorable Minister, I want you to check something for me.
Thank you.
And then, please, Minister, the last issue, this issue, I thought my colleague who just left will say something about it. From 18 Junction to Abattoir on the motorway, in the night, no lights. They have fixed all the street lights. My MC just said they solved the problem. I was not in town last week. Thank you.
All right. The last question will be asked by the gentleman in blue. That will be the last question. So please go on one question and straight to the point, please.
All right. Thank you. My name is Osman Adam from Home Base TV.
Yeah, please go on. Thank you.
My name is Osman from Home Base TV. Please, my question has
Osman from
Home Base
TV.
Please, my question has to deal with the road from Ofankor barrier stretching to Insawum. I want to know when will it be completed because it's so dusty. And secondly, many people here are complaining that they couldn't register for this program. I don't know if the attendance sheet is full or something. So I please to the organizer, something has to be done of it.
My first question is to the Finance Minister. My name is Jonathan Josiah from Kunkatamanso.
Hello, could we please remain silent and hear him? Thank you.
My first question is to the Finance Minister. It's about the Eurobonds. It was restructured. It's good we have money for development. But there were terms and...
Thank you very much. My name is Honorable Vida Tangwam from Ga East. My questions go straight to the regional minister.
Vida what?
Madam, Tangwam, Tangwam. From Ga East. My question goes straight to the regional minister. What role will private sector partnerships play in driving regional growth, and what incentives are in place to attract investment? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Madam. Madam, Matthew. Yes, madam.
Ofane injekpo Apollonia. The regional minister of fine. Ofana chomena boka. Ofane injekpo Apollonia. Woyagbe enyoni ba Apollonia mami. Kedi afie nya keba agbe jen. Ni young menene lorry jen afie nya keba Apollonia. Even motopo ejen Apollonia afie nya keba Apollonia. Befe fitechin. Keje ashama hu ke ba Apollonia. Keje ketamasu ke ba Apollonia. Recently ni ngone nene. Ke o ya Apollonia. Moto ba ho buka wa gota se. Do ba fo gota. Ni lori ba wo buke ba ya Apollonia DNA no. Won pa fai. Mi ke e musi ya DNA. Fi ma ke me ya je se se yo ni kele ba wi. Ja ke no wonye mo ya mami. Me shi ya gbe hi. Ka lo le hu e onye shota. Be ehi kokokokoko ehi kana gbako yehe lo samo ko yehe mi MC regional minister if you can send enyo na banye fe ha woni ye mobo e wan agbene papa ko wi about Langard ya Apollonia nche ye mobo fi o Langard no wa ma mi de chagbene a juswane Langard samehe ma ke Nigeria bi amehe ma no wa ma bi de je amebe he jole apuna won pa fai na kwan ha wo eradon
Last question.
Please, my name is Osubana from University of Ghana, and my question is...
Please, your name?
Osubana Justice, University of Ghana.
Osu what?
Bano Justice.
Bano Jackson.
Justice. From University of Ghana. Please, I would like to know the timeline for the these initiatives that you want to organize and the key milestone for these initiatives.
Thank you, Justice. Honorable Ministers, over to you. Thank you.
So, I will start. My questions are less difficult questions. The Minister for Greater Accra is taking all the difficult questions from the Assembly members. So let me do mine and then give it to you. So the bondholders, the payments for the bondholders. Since we exchanged the bonds, Ministry of Finance has been religious in complying with meeting our obligations. In February, we paid 5.8 billion cedis in coupons to the bondholders. I believe the payment you are talking about is the next one we are going to do this August. This August, we'll be paying about 5.96 billion cedis to bondholders, the domestic bondholders, and we are not going to fail. We are mobilizing the resources to meet this obligation as well. Then the OCC and the Euro bonds. The question was that because of the debt service relief, if we are to start paying from 2027, wouldn't that affect future generations? Of course, we are mindful of this. And this is why we have decided to build buffers. We are building buffers against those payments so that when it is time for us to pay, we will fall on the buffers without putting extra burden on any Ghanaian. And also, this economy is going to grow. And so, do not have any worries about future generations being burdened. I also indicated that we are determined to reach a debt GDP ratio of 55%, currently 70%. And we will want to maintain that into the future. So even with the future repayment, we want to still keep around 55% in debt to GDP. And therefore, there won't be that burden. Compared with what we currently are carrying, 70.6% debt to GDP. And so I can assure you that we are mindful of that, and we are determined to address any challenges or repercussions that may come with that. Thank you.
Where is my big sister? Eteshi. Oh, Debbie's an ete. Madam Vida from Ga East. Your surname is so lovely, so I can't pronounce it well. Forgive me. Your question is, what is the role of the private sector to play in regional growth, and if there is any incentive to that effect? On top of my head, what I can share with you, first of all, the role of private sector is about investment, information sharing. So if you are interested in any investment that you need the intervention of the Regional Coordinating Council, you are welcome to my office at any time. I will be ever prepared to assist you in the particular area that you wanted to invest. And if you want any further information from our side, we can lead you to the right ministry and have you assisted. Josiah, Jonathan, you talked about acquisition. I think Nungwa, Tema, and we are faced. Tema had 32 square miles of our land that is gone. Yesterday, my chiefs were talking about our land. And I'm not surprised at what they're also saying, because no compensation was given to them as too. And I'm sure it's also about Bong and Nungwa as well. So we'll look at it holistically. I've just come to the region, and there are a few work that has been done that I will come to the Bong Traditional Council and see what we can do collectively to deal with that acquisition problem. With TDC, the Greater Accra critical roads, which includes Tema West, that we want to factor it into it. I'm going to move quickly because we've asked the MMDCs to finish my office with some of these, which they have brought it. So we're going to sit and look at some of these critical areas we talked about. Then we can package it and come. And that day, I'll let you come to the road and be part of the work we are coming to do. I've not touched the common fund release. Wilfred, Minister of Finance, will deal with it. I'm concerned with Justice's issue about the drains and part of the road around Committee 18, Shalong Sports, African Angel, Transformer Road. It's all going to be part of the bouquet that will look at it and deal with the problem. So, Nyabro, Medekokunami, I will invite you with the MC that will deal with it and add it to what we are coming to do in the Greater Accra region. So, Bajidi. Then you touched about street lights. Right from the 18 run, I've asked the MMDCs to come for them and make sure they fix some of the street lights on that stretch so that the place will light up and prevent these criminals from becoming a nuisance. Nana Poku touched on the Mayera Pukwase, that stretch. In the interim, I think that the drift project has come at the right time. And immediately they receive these equipment, you see them on the road, at least to make it motorable before the urban roads can come permanently and deal with the problem. So for now, this is a few issues. On the Japan deal, government, although officially, the Minister for Information is here. I think last week the President talked about it. There is a fiction. All those behind those things, they've been playing these tricks. I have worked for that they created, that all ministers of state, and people believe in it. If you are seeing Ghana away, and people are vulnerable. They believe in that. But I think that the onus is on us. Party communicators are here, the Minister for Communications is here, and let's speak and defend our government. We have done so well. And let us not allow the opposition, NDC, and some few people to destroy all the good things that we have done. On this call, I think that
so the common fund, I think we release the common fund quarterly. And so we are just preparing to release the next quarter. We don't fail in our releases. So that will be released in due course. But I'm curious, because of the question on, what was it? Apeja. That's about the book they wrote, that the president is promoting his tribesmen, and then look, let's don't play to this propaganda. Look, just use me as example. The president removed his cousin as finance minister and put me there. I'm from the north. I'm the first northerner to be finance minister, the first Muslim to be finance minister in Ghana. The first northerner, the first Muslim since independence to be finance minister. The president removed his cousin and put me there. He doesn't know me from anywhere. And put me there as finance minister, which is one of the most important ministries in this country. If I don't sign, nobody will spend money in Ghana. That is the president we are talking about. So please, don't give in to that propaganda. Thank you.
Hello? Hello? I get what you bluff for a cacadancho. What part of gun feel a tree? Now call it back a tree. It was name a name where Onupa neighbor Quayabia, regional chairman, chief executives, Masimone on behalf of the regional coordinating council, Nemango Shidagbo, Maha. Majache monupai kamofia moni meba kwesiabie akeneke adafitwa nuchu wonu wachune enjuno konisa no waka ya mami esa no watashi nye boamode in your own small way, your assembly level, you create an opportunity and let your people know what you have done. The assembly say kodi mambi abana because what you need wa ni akani wonye watwa ya dafie wo would need to speak on a lot of things that we have done as government. Any band opposition